let me say good morning and welcome to one and all. It's to the point for today, Friday, the 19th day of April, 2024. Those of you listening, Classic Radio, good morning. Those of you who are viewing via GBN TV, good morning to you also. Hope all is well with you. What about those of you via our social media, of course, platforms, the Facebook page, YouTube channel, of course, GBN's webpage. Good morning to you also. Welcome. It's to the point, and it's an open line edition this morning. So your phone calls are welcome. Your messages via WhatsApp, messages by the Facebook page, comment section. You can certainly do that. And let's hear your views, hear your concerns, the issues that may have some concern to you this morning, your opinions you want to share that this morning. It's an open line, which means you're free to calling 435-2041. You have the option of calling also via the WhatsApp. You can do that also, 435-2041. And let's get the thing flowing this morning. Yeah, did I say anything? Yeah, let's get it flowing this morning. Before we move on, let me send out a birthday shout out this morning, going out, of course, Corona Carmichael. Corona, how you doing this morning? Happy birthday. Greetings going out to you. Hope you're having an awesome day thus far, and certainly hope that your day will be as lovely as you are. Good morning to you once again. That's Corona. Yes, Corona Carmichael. Good morning. Let me say also good morning to Kelson Peterson. He's out there in Canada. Kelson is also celebrating today. Kelson, good morning, and all the best on your birthday today, bro. Certainly hope you're having, I know you're having a good day. You're one individual that makes sure that you celebrate that day to the fullest. Let's entertain our very first call for the morning. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome. How you doing this morning?
Vicky, and good morning to the listener and the viewers. Good, I'm okay.
All right, man.
As I normally say, I always feel energized when I listen to you.
All right.
A few quick points. One is the situation in the Middle East, which we've taken for granted. And I don't think, I'm not suggesting that we become overly frightened or so, but we should be aware of the seriousness of what is happening. Because already, I think gasoline went up in the last few days or so, a day ago, and people are blaming the government. Wait. There are more difficulties ahead of us, whether it's related to the delay in shipping in the Panama Canal, the disruption of the supply chain, and so on. I want my people to understand that we live in an interconnected world, and just one little sneeze can get us coughing our belly out. So we rely on news a lot through your own network from outside, from the BBC, notwithstanding the fact that the BBC, and people need to know, is an extension of the foreign service of the British government. They have to say things, and notwithstanding the fact that somebody pointed out they have programs that you can learn from. But the primary aim is to influence thinking of people in the former colony and other parts of the world. So that is it. So that, for instance, the thing is so seriously right now that people have no clue. The average person have no clue. And of course, over the weekend we were told, well, when the incident happened, when Iran at least teach Israel a lesson that, look, you can't do too much.
Colin, could I ask you a question? Not about breaking your trail of thought. Why are we, as in this neck of the woods, I would say, if I could put it like that, should be so overly concerned about what's happening in that particular region?
It's not about being overly concerned. We say we're living in a global village.
That I do understand.
We rely on fossil fuel. I mean, anything that happens in that part of the world could signal a skyrocketing of oil prices and that kind of thing. It could also a blockade or something like that, embargo, all kind of thing. We have to be concerned, but not from an ignorant point of view, but from a learned, informed point of view to see and not. See, one of my concerns that people here, by and large, regurgitate the propaganda that is fed to us through those networks like the BBC and CNN and so on, and we are only able to know the real truth as it has been happening right now. They've been uncovering some of the damage, for instance, that Iran was able to inflict on Israel, in spite of the fact that all the networks saying whether 99%, but there's some significant damage, although not that. No, I don't want to stay on that. I think I made the point.
All right.
We need to be more informed. It's just like neighboring Haiti or Guyana, issues that we have to concern about. And don't talk about the heat. Let me come on the heat now. Already, and I heard a doctor said it, we are doing the same course right now at Columbia University. I heard she said it on Dr. On Call this week. Last year was the hottest year ever. And already for April, it is even more hotter, even now, than last year. And my concern is that we are not taking those things seriously. We are not trying to figure out how could we respond. Some of the crops are failing. Farmers would tell you that. I mean, some people, when they wet their plants in the night, it's like putting hot water because, the soil is so hot. All of these things we need to be paying attention to. Then we are told that we could have a rough hurricane season. I think we could use our energy to try to support each other, try to build up resilience, try to prepare ourselves for eventuality. Now, I hope people prove me wrong, because before Hurricane Ivan, when I was warning on this radio station, some of the measures we should be taking, people just scoffed at me. And in the end, hurricane came. Before it reached, it brought down the stadiums. Because we were not prepared in a lot of ways. And then we blame, the intensity of the hurricane. We could do a lot, but we have to do it together. We can't do it alone. That's the truth about it. We have to work together. We have to be able to hear each other out. We have to be able to seek each other counsel. But we're not doing that. Everybody, the individualism, everybody is about themselves. And that's the problem. And finally, an advice on Awasa. When an Awasa have to take off the valve or whatever to, damages or so, they should inform people so people can know how to behave, how to do it. I understand that.
But are you saying that NAWASA don't inform anyone when there are valves regulation or if there's a damage that's occurred?
No, the valves regulation. But for instance, something happening like a long during the early part of the week and nobody don't know. As far as trying to get some people, they know what happened. For 2 days straight, we didn't have water. But nobody explaining. That's what I'm saying. I know they have to regulate the valves and so on. But let people know in advance. This is what you're going to do so we can respond. Make our adjustment. Thank you very much for allowing me.
Thank you, caller. No problem, man. Have yourself a great day, man. All the best. 435-2041 and the open line edition of To The Point for today. You have the option of calling in and sharing your views, your concerns this morning. There's an issue that is of concern to you. Please take the time out to do that this morning. The open line edition of To The Point. Those of you who are moving around on the nation roads, let me say good morning to you, especially you, the drivers. I beg of you to drive with due care and attention, be a defensive driver. If everyone drives defensively, we're probably going to minimize on the amount of accidents that we do see occurring from time to time. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
The last caller, I don't know why he's so concerned about the heat, because we can do nothing about the sun unless he knows a way of trying to stop the sun from shining that hot. Anyway, that being said, I have two issues. One, I don't mind the pump it up trip or the pump it up affair going through the town of St. George. But don't you think it's inconveniencing drivers when all these ride roads are blocked up for the day or for that period of time? Well,
we know sometimes they would say Sundays are not that of a busy day within the tongue of St. George, okay. I would say. For that purpose, I may understand. Think about it happening on a Friday or maybe on a Saturday. It may be worrying for some individuals. Also.
But bear in mind, it is inconveniencing some people. I mean, you have to pay to use the road. Your driver's license increasing by $50 and everything, and yet we don't have the use of the road. Okay, well, if that is the case, fine. And then I'm not going to address the issue of Israel and Hamas again. As you mentioned, why are we so concerned? But anyway, I am not concerned. I'll tell you why. This thing has been going on for so long. And as far as I'm concerned, personally, they all could kill themselves. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 435-2041, that's a number. If you want to get on, I'll be part of To The Point this morning, the open line edition. Feel free to give me that call, 435. Good morning to those of you via social media platforms. Once again, on the Facebook, YouTube channels, good morning, and welcome to this next caller. Caller, you know we're not going to accommodate. I'm not going to accommodate your calls, and I'm saying it for the final time this morning. If you decide you're going to call into the program, and I think there's been said so many times over the years that it's becoming just like something we are constantly repeating. Turn whatever device that you have on in the background, is it your television, a radio, turn it down or turn it off completely. Then use the phone, you call in, you can have the conversation with me via the telephone, all right? You don't need to hear it on the radio while you're speaking, all right? Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, you're welcome.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, I'm a little concerned about the bridges, especially my bridge, Paradise Bridge. Too much a heavy truck with heavy cement on that bridge. This bridge is 200 and something years old. And our government that come in power, they do nothing to that bridge. And we need Gramba Bridge to be built. Government could build a bridge in Gramba just as they build in Pinefield. Because today or tomorrow something happened on Paradise Bridge. The fire truck can't even pass in Gramba, much as to pass up Maribu. Because Maribu has so much a short canal, the fire truck, no big truck, nothing can pass it. So it's about time some government start building bridge. And if they don't decide to build bridge, I think next election I want to go up for a private candidate and build some bridge. Have a nice day,
I would recommend. Have yourself a good morning. Great point there. You probably should try it. 435-2041. Seems to be an interesting morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. Once again, I'll be the reminder. I said it was the final time, but I'm going to say it again for the final time this morning. Turn whatever device you have on in the background, your television, the radio, turn it off completely before you decide to make that call, please. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
I want to say something. I don't say it, but I'll say it now. A lot of us are calling and saying, and we believing that you could educate, well, let's say, infant, a dog, or cat, a fowl, when the fowl is already aged, or the dog is already aged. No, you could only re-educate human beings. Re-educate. In other words, if you are educated, that means you have learned something. And once you learn it, it's very hard to get out of your system. So you have to re-educate. And I've heard many people say that you have to educate maybe the population. You have to re-educate them. If you want to show them the right way of doing things and they know the wrong way, then you have to show them the right way. So in this sense, you have to re-educate him. So I hate to hear, we are saying, I consider myself to in the we, that we have to educate people. If you teach a child or you taught the child that 2 and 2 makes 5, he has in his head, perhaps throughout his environment, throughout his area, that 2 and 2 make 5. So you have to reshuffle his mind, change his mind, change his way of thinking, so that he would now understand 2 and 2 is 4. Please don't tell me that you have to educate people. Thank you very much.
Thank you also, caller. Have yourself a great day. What's left of it? 435-2041. You have the option also, folks, of calling in via the WhatsApp, which it's actually the same number, 435-2041. We go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm calling back, and I'll tell you why. This last caller, I know him. He went to SAS. I taught him in SAS, and I'm disappointed in him. He calls and every time. I don't think it makes sense anyway, but to him, it's making sense. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Good morning to you, so also, once again, 435. I told you it's going to turn out to be an interesting morning. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number if you want to be part of it To The Point this morning. The open line edition, which means you're free to express your views, your concerns. Of course, keeping within the proper parameters also. I will encourage. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, GT. How are you?
I'm doing okay, sir. What about you this morning?
Pretty okay. In my normal daily routine.
All right.
So I'm pretty all right.
Go right ahead, please.
Yes,
let's hear what's
thank
up with you this morning.
GD, one of the things that bothers me is that sometimes we as individuals, remember you said the word individual, we clearly don't understand or perhaps cannot put things in context. Programs like these must be used primarily for national development, the development of our people. So ideas, suggestions should be in the context of national development and not our personal opinion on an issue outside of Grenada, per se.
I agree.
I'm not saying it is not relevant because we're in a global village. But our concern should mainly be Grenada, Carriacou, Petit Martinique development and the people in the nation as a whole. No, for example, we talk about Guyana and Venezuela. We talk about Israel and Hamas. We talk about Ukraine, Russia. We talk about here, there, and everywhere. Let me ask you something. What is the price of a pound of tomato in Grenada, grown here? What is the price of a pound of cabbage in Grenada, grown here? What is the retained value on every dollar that each Grenadian or the average Grenadian work for? What is the retained value? These are some of the issues that we must put into thoughts, think about it, reason behind it, and use the power of expression to bring about awareness, enlightenment, and a balance. And we'll be a nation growing, facing the future in prosperity. Have a great day, GT, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day yourself. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome. Let's hear your contribution this morning, please.
Morning, GT.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yesterday I called and made a point in relation to the topic with the police. But there was a guy who called after me, a Trinidadian guy. But I think he misunderstood what I was saying. Now, I don't smoke marijuana, I don't promote marijuana. I was just explaining how laws change from countries to countries. Because I remember I was a very small boy when the first person was charged for smoking marijuana in Grenada. That was during the Eric Gary time. And that person was related to a revolutionary leader of Grenada. Was a female Grenadian. This is the first person ever been charged for marijuana. So before that, there was no charge for marijuana in Grenada. But as the international, like the bigger countries changing the laws on the marijuana, this is why I made the point. But I don't smoke marijuana, I don't promote it. So I was just talking about how laws change in some countries, but in Grenada, those laws that the same white folks give us, we kept it. Why is the change?
Caller, let me just interject on you. I understand where you're coming from. No, the point you were making yesterday, it probably would be relevant for today's program, which I totally do understand. Yeah. Yesterday, we were basically talking with the police. Our conversation was relation to summons and warrants, and you came in with a conversation about, marijuana and the laws and stuff like that, which just was a little bit off the subject matter that we were speaking about yesterday. So that's one of the reasons why I probably told you, well, you maybe have to wrap. And I understand the other individual called in and made whatever statement they made. But you see, like what you're saying today, your contribution this morning, it is relevant because we have an open line, which means you can speak about whatever, but it was just a little bit off in terms of our conversation yesterday. You get my point?
No problem, man. But I observe in Grenada, we don't sequence. And if you when we don't sequence on topic, we wouldn't grow. You understand?
Take your point, take it, call. Have a good morning. Let's take another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, good morning, GT.
How are you
I
this
hope
morning?
You are okay.
Doing fine.
And your listeners. I just thought I would share a little light moment from yesterday's program, from listening to the police on the sermon and so on, the sermons. Right. I just thought I would share this little piece with you too as a media worker concerning a moment in the media when coming to lunchtime news was on, and this officer in khaki, high ranking, reached to the newsroom door. So I looked at him. I was on duty. I looked at him and I said, yes, can I help you? He said, no, go ahead. And he just did like if he was, just liming there. But we wondered, well, what the police doing there? And he just was there. And, right after my late brother Trevor Tweets finished reading the sports, the police took him. He said he had a bench warrant to pick him up. Yeah? So he took him right from the radio station and left. I just thought I would share that little light moment from listening to them on the seriousness, too, of the police at times, yes?
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take another caller before the break. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yes, GT. I'm calling in concern of all seniors, challenge people who travel, your relatives and mine. We need to get this government, the powers that be, to give people who, seniors and elderly, have challenges to get from point A to point B, a card that explains that they're not able to walk to the bus stop sometimes. So I don't support buses stopping just anywhere, but with this card that the government had promised for the senior people who have challenges and the elderly getting like your folks, like your older fat relatives and mine, a card so they get picked up and dropped off. Your time is coming too, where you won't be able to drive, and you need that
assistance somewhere, extra assistance in some way or the other.
Right, to be dropped up and picked up, not for just anybody, just for the seniors, elderly, and the people who have challenges getting from point A to point B. You understand?
Certainly do, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Appreciate it a whole lot.
Have a blessed weekend.
You too. Callers, folks, we do for a break. Let's take a break. We're coming right back with more of your calls in terms of your views and concerns this morning. We'll be right back after the break. Stay with us.
Maroon and String Band Music Festival 2024, April 26th to the 28th. Coming together to preserve and showcase our culture is who we are. Friday the 26th, Salon at the Chapel. Early morning libation, 3 p.m. Saraka, 7 p.m. the official opening ceremony and cultural evening. Saturday from 10 a.m. Hillsborough Square. It's Strings in the City. Then at 8 p.m. we move to the Botanical Gardens for Cultural Explosion with local and regional performances featuring Touch, the band. Admission $60. Then on Sunday, it's the grand finale, Paradise Beach. From 12 noon, musical entertainment. And from 4 p.m., Paradise Beach Friends, cultural entertainment and live music. Admission $20. Come along to dance the quadrille and big drum on Paradise Beach every Sunday after the launch until the festival ends. Jericho Maroon and String Band Music Festival 2024, April 26th to the 28th.
On Saturday, May 4th, there will be a shift on the island as the biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the big parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash in bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
Maggie King of the Grill is made possible by Bryden and Miners, Hunt's, the official barbecue sauce of King of the Grill, Rubis, Get Going, Independence Agencies, agents for Swiss products, Grenada Paper Product, Grenada Bottling Company Limited, and Waggy Tea Rental and Sounds.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to this edition of To The Point. Today, Friday, the 19th day of April, the open line edition this morning. Let's go back to the telephone line and get, of course, the next series of callers in this segment. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning to you and to your followers.
Good morning.
I do not generally like to comment on other people's points, but there's a gentleman who called yesterday and he called again this morning and he was trying to clarify And I'm responding to what he said because I think it may be helpful to him and to others. If you have a law, different countries have different laws. And it matters not what the law is in your country. When you're in another country, well, let's say when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do. The essential thing is that country in which you are applying for residency, they want to know that you are law-abiding in your country. You understand what I'm saying? But if you're not obeying the laws in your country, you are less likely to obey the laws in their country, regardless of the differences in the law. So, for instance, if marijuana smoking is tolerated in their country, but it's not tolerated in yours, and you disobeyed it in yours, there will be another law in their country, probably about drinking and driving, or about playing music at certain decibels, or something else in that other country now that you would also disobey. So the principle is you need to be law-abiding where you are and have a clean record. So when you come to my country, you will also respect and obey the laws in my country, irrespective of the difference. Do you understand the point I'm making?
I'm getting your point.
Because you cannot say, okay, because this thing is here and it is not there, and the person is going there, so forget what they did here, because our laws are different. No, we have to teach our people to be law-abiding from very young, from children. And when you go to another country, the laws may be different. Then you have to make adjustments as well to the laws there. But the principle is, you know that you must obey the laws wherever you are. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution also. Certainly appreciate it a whole lot. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let me see if we could grab some comments from the Facebook page, the comment section this morning. And I'm seeing an individual is saying by the name of Sharon. She's saying they didn't even see it fit to widen the humpback bridge. Why is that? Why is that, Sharon? Why is that? 435-2041. That's the number. Let's see if we can entertain another caller this morning. 435-2041. That's the number. If you want to get on the inside of it, I think we may have lost that caller there. 435-2041. That's the number. If you want to get on, you also have the option of calling in via the WhatsApp, and you also have the option of calling in, of course, sending a message or two via the social media, of course, comment section. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, sir. I hate to come back, but let me tell you what I said previously. I said it's harder to learn or to relearn something that you have learned. So that I didn't say you cannot, what you learned is wrong. But it's harder to relearn. In other words, if you learn 2 and 2 is 6, you have to get rid of that and try to throw it away. So it's harder to relearn something that you have learned doing it a particular way. And that's my statement.
Okay, caller, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I think it's not even necessary to, of course, repeat what you said. I think we have suddenly understand it from the first time you called in. Let's take another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, GT. How are you, sir?
I'm doing okay. How are you this morning?
All right, good. GT, my gripe this morning is like all vehicles now come in automatic. And I don't know why that if you have to get an H, you must drive a stick, which you cannot get stick to buy, because even say what those big ones that come in by steel, they are coming automatic. Mm-hmm. But you still have to drive a stick. So you still have to pay about $1,500 on an old school bus to get that license, and then you cannot use it because, it's automatically going to drive. And the thing is, if you're going to drive for St. George University and driving a big bus, you could drive it because you don't have to have the.
I'm still a little bit confused by the what you're trying to the reference you're trying to make, caller. Maybe you could just re-explain it just a wee bit. What
I'm saying is stick. You have to go and drive a stick, like a stick there. The bus that drive the stick buses, the old school.
Okay, so the stick shift that you want to say in terms of
stick
driving.
Shift.
Okay.
Right. But the vehicles now not coming in stick. They all come in automatic. Mm-hmm. So why you have to go drive a stick shift to earn his automatic license, you're going to drive.
So you're saying the traffic? So you're trying to say, caller, the traffic department should make it now change the policy where you could obtain to drive. You could drive via an automatic, of course, transmission system instead of a stick shift transmission system.
Right, GT.
All right,
GT. And also the thing is that if you're buying a small vehicle and you're buying by Huggins and you're going on H, you must put it on P first before you're going on H. But if you're buying a big one, you could get in the H straight. And you're driving all those years and you have your thing showing you have the right license for driving that. I mean, those things these laws, it's time for to change those old laws, and so on.
All right.
Those things need to be changed.
I understand your caller.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Mr. TJ, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you this morning?
Good, thank you. I want to endorse what Mr. Bernard said about lawlessness. Because when you travel from your country to another country, especially the developed ones, they do intense vetting. And it's just to ascertain that you are not a lawless person. If you're lawless in your country, even though the law pertaining certain things, practices are not in your country, but they just want to vet to know you are a lawless person in Grenada will be a lawless person in the United States of America. Secondly, this is a very deep and tough topic. I know a lot of people will come at my throat. Mr. Telesford, a lot of young men are in jail because of the parental background. They come from dysfunctional families. And I'm thinking, Lord, look at it. A man may have children with 1, 2, 3, 4 different women. And he may leave and go and marry a woman and call her his lawfully wedded wife and have children with her. Now he will be 100%, as much as he can, involved in the life of these children. And yet, the other children that he have with this other woman, he may or may not be involved in their lives at all. Now, I believe in fairness, sir. I believe in justice for one and all. These other children are left to the dogs. And most of these children are ending up behind bars. So, some of our men are reaping havoc on our women and children by their sex practices. Now, I am saying, I'm not speaking to the rightness and the wrongness of this practice, but I am thinking, why can't these men, or if they could have sex with these women and them, to me, when you have sex with somebody, you do a husband or a wife thing, because I believe sex is for marriage between a man and a woman. Why can't these men allowed to marry the 4 or 5 women they have children with and take care of their children? I'm concerned about taking the children, the welfare of these children who are ending up in jail, who are becoming, the victims of all kinds of crimes and violence. And these men are moving on. Right. They're getting a free dry ride on the woman's back.
Colin, can I interject on you 1 second? But I really don't agree with you on it. Maybe it's just my point of view. But I'm saying, not because a father is not always present in his son's or daughter's life, it would make that son or daughter become a criminal, if you want to say that as raw as possible. I don't just subscribe to that. Individuals, I understand it's good to have a father figure, have your both parents in your life, but having an individual not being in your life, it doesn't automatically mean that individual is going to turn out to become a criminal.
Yes. You're right, because fathers could die, fathers could move on.
So I tend to have the tendency not to always agree with individuals by making us because the father, indeed, he's about to be a criminal. You understand?
Yes, sir. The statistics show that a lot of young boys who have not their biological father in their life have become victims of abuse from stepfathers and so forth and so forth. To me, society have a way, man have a way of solving this problem. I'm a solution-driven person. And I think if society could allow these men some of the women may say, I don't want to marry a man with more than one wife, but it's what going to work best for you women. If the man could be involved with your life, with all your children and all you working together for the sake of the children, would we have a better society?
I would agree on those lines. Caller, I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have yourself a good morning. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Mr. Telesford, greetings. How are you?
Doing good, sir. Good morning to you.
Let me begin by asking this question of you, Mr. Telesford. Have you had your instructions read the participation of John Rollo on your calling programs?
Is there instructions to me in reference to you?
Then you are unaware. You see, Mr. Telesford, this morning I made a very powerful statement about GBN and some of the people that we listen to. People who command the microphone. And I was cut off a fella called Innocent, but I want to send a message to Innocent before I get into the meat of the matter. 5 before him did that. He violated this morning my fundamental right to freedom. I have not been using taboo, abusive, vulgar language on the radio, never have I. But he chose to cut me off being big and bold. The console in the radio station belongs to the radio station, but the electromagnetic waves on which the radio station operates belong to the people of this country. I want Mr. Joseph to know that. But you see, he has a problem. He can't even read, and he doesn't want anybody to correct him. But from now on, I'll be on his back. Mr. Joseph, beware before what is coming to you. Mr. Telesford, there are so many other things to talk about in this here country, but I want to send out a message to the government of Grenada this morning. There is a United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities which the government of Grenada is violating. The 50 articles violated. This convention was set up for immediate, I qualified, immediate implementation in 2008. It's now 2024 and nothing is happening in this country. People with disabilities in this country are discriminated against, abused. I am hearing certain things about certain people. People in Grenada with disabilities are dying in their homes for lack of medication and care and otherwise. And this is contrary to what the convention states. I'm calling upon the government of Grenada, this colonial government, headed by the so-called Governor General, and all who are entitled to exercise justice for the people of this country to do what they have to do. To do what you have to do. It is time to begin a discussion on the rights of people, the part of the population with disabilities. Identify them, catalog them, register them, and do what is expected. Lifelong learning is one of the things that is stipulated in the convention so that people can prepare themselves again to do something. Accept these people as Grenadians who can contribute. I want to stress on this part. Can contribute to the advancement of this country. Did so before and are willing to go on because we had and treated as the short word for excrement. This is abuse, and I challenge all those in power. Beware for what is coming. Have a nice day, William, Mr. Telesford, sir.
Thank you, caller. Have a good morning. Next caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great. Good morning to you.
Sometimes we have to understand the human side of people. I knew my father when I had 21 years. That's the first time I saw my father. My mother played the role of a father and a mother. I had the opportunity to represent Grenada in cricket, teach people to play cricket, help people to get on the West Indies team, help people to get on the Grenada team, help people to get on the Leeward Island team. I represented Grenada overseas in other countries, travel the world. When they're talking about father is not there, part of that could be true, yes, but there are times when mothers are not there. These people and them making us stand now is talking about Mother's Day and Father's Day. I hope that people understand that if the father is not there, the mother have to play the role. The mother and father don't shape the mind of children. Children have a mind of their own, and they do what they want. If they feel they commit crime, they commit crime. Yeah, people, pastors, their children commit crime. Priests, children commit crime. Prime ministers, children commit crime. Let's be careful how we stigmatize people, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hey, good morning, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty well. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning to your listeners also. I'm not here to condemn anybody for this statement, but I take offense with a couple of statements that a spiritual man said on your program.
Caller, see, we may have lost that caller there for some reason or the other. I'm not sure why. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello?
Good morning.
Evening, sir.
Yeah, for some reason we got disconnected there. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah. I'm not here to condemn anybody, but I'm here to say that a spiritual leader in your station said once that he don't believe in sex before marriage. A man will be foolish not to try it out first before he even get married. And I take offense to that statement because, in our country we have a problem with marriage. People are getting divorced like crazy. And I believe that one of the reasons why people are getting divorced because when they get married, they compare their partner to the past boyfriend or girlfriend because of their sexual experience. And I remember a friend of mine tell me that he found his wife through using Blackstone. And you know what I'm talking about when I say that. Because the experience he gave her, she couldn't believe it. She married to him. But I wonder if he's still using that every day. But I'm saying that if our people wait or refrain from having sex before marriage, I believe that the marriage will work better because the partner would know, they only know their partner when it comes to sexual experience. They will know somebody else. So they will settle just for that. But if you know 100% before, and they keep calling you your phone, and your husband can't compare with the guys before, eventually your husband will have problems. So I don't see how a spiritual leader could say that he believes that a man should, or a woman should try that first. Because you're actually undermining Christianity. And not only Christianity, all religion throughout the world preach that you should hold back before get married first. All religion.
All right, caller. Thank you.
Muslim. Hold on, sir. I didn't finish it yet. Even the Muslim. But that spiritual leader should try that first. Secondly, he spoke about Israel and Palestine. The Bible said that you should support Israel in the last days. Pray for Israel. Right? That's how can you be a Christian who support the Bible and go against Israel in the last days? So something is wrong with our spiritualism in this country. Something is wrong. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody's speaking against individuals who think that is not right. Because the Bible clearly says in the last days, we need to support Israel. Right? What are we saying, that the rights of the people or whatever, that's an argument in itself. I'm saying the Bible clearly states, once you're a Christian, they support Christianity, the Bible clearly speaks to you what you have to do. So don't lean on your own understanding. The Bible clearly tells you that, don't lean on your own understanding. But some spiritual leaders, I guess everybody's doing what they want. Have a nice day, brother.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution also. Folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it. And we come back, and most likely will be our final segment when we do come back. Stay with us here on To The Point.
In honor of the Grenada 50th Independence, the Royal Grenada Police Force Band presents the second annual Mother's Night Out. Mother's Night Out. The concerts all going down on Sunday, May 12th from 5 p.m. at the Grenada Trade Center. Featuring live from TNT. It's crazy.
Time to come. America will have a black president.
John King.
How many more?
June Lodge. Together with the Hitman Inspector, Valine Ned, Samantha Dixon, Alex Phillip, Shane, Innocent, General PP, Kareem, Alexis, Ron Barry, the African Man, and much more. Dress code elegant. It's Mother's Night Out, the Grenada Trade Center from 5 p.m. on Sunday, May 12th. Lots of giveaways and prizes to be won. Champagne and roses on entry. You don't want to miss this amazing experience for mothers. Your tickets only $70 and are available Available from Kittens Pharmacy in Grand Dance and Grenville, Grenadian Optical, the Police Band House, Police Canteen. Make this a date for mothers.
Mark your calendars, football fanatics. The GFA is turning 100 this year, and we're ready to celebrate. It's GFA's Legends Weekend, a 3-day extravaganza, kicking off on Friday, May 3rd, and running all the way till Sunday, May 5th. Witness history in the making. The Caribbean taking on the world in a clash of legendary international footballers on Sunday, May 5th at the electrifying Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Get ready to roar with the crowd as iconic legends like Emmanuel Adebayor, El Haj Diouf, Alex Song, Michael Essien, Luis El Matador Hernandez, Shaka Hislop, Asamoah Gyan, Ricardo B.B. Gardner, Russell Latapi, Shallery Joseph, Jason Roberts, Dexter Daps, and a whole host of superstars light up the pitch. From breathtaking goals to unforgettable memories, GFA's Legends Weekend promises an epic celebration of football you won't want to miss. Keep your eyes peeled on GFA's social media for the full squad reveal. GFA's Legend Weekend. Be there. On Saturday, May 4, there will be a shift on the island as the biggest grilling fest in Grenada moves to the big parish. The Maggie King of the Grill competition is at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Come taste the most sumptuous creations from the grill as top chefs and food enthusiasts showcase their culinary skills. Maggie King of the Grill is a festival like no other with live soca music, fun attractions, and games for the entire family. Then from 6 p.m., get a chance to win up to $5,000 cash in bingo. Interested vendors and grillers should call 456-3454 to register. It's the Maggie King of the Grill competition at Progress Park, St. Andrew. Gates open from 12 noon. Bring your appetite and stay tuned to this station for more details.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers, to The Point here, Classic Radio, GBN TV. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning to you.
The lady that talked about the children being without a father figure in the home. And to me, she said something about she find the father should marry the mothers. But I wonder if she knows that in our culture we don't condone polygamy. Okay? I hope she's listening.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. You have the option also of calling in via the WhatsApp, 435-2041. Let me grab some of the comments via the WhatsApp before we move into another caller. Good morning. This is my opinion. Mr. Rollo is too disrespectful, and he's not the only one that has freedom of speech. All right. Let's take another comment. Comments relating to Mr. Rollo seem to be dominating this morning. Mr. Rollo should not be allowed to speak like that on the radio. He's not. He's now insulting the entity and individuals within. It should not be permitted. Let's gravitate to another contribution this morning. Once again, let's see what else we have. Let's go to the Facebook page. Grab a contribution via the Facebook page. My apology for having the phone line disengaged. I surely didn't get to cut it off. Let's take a call before we grab some of the comments there, my boy. Anyway, good morning. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Thank you very much, and President, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
I don't know, we have reached a stage in this life where, we disrespect each other, one another, as it is said. But the Bible says we must love and bear and tolerate with each other. On radio and whatever announcements they give. Anyway, I support Mr. Rollo 100%. Mr. Marshall in Victoria, pleasant good morning. And also Mr. Jude Bernard, pleasant good morning. Have a good day. Thank you very much.
You too, sir. Have a good day yourself. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's go to the WhatsApp this morning. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome. Let's entertain this caller since the WhatsApp caller is not ready for us. Let's go to this caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Let's entertain this caller via WhatsApp. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning. You're welcome.
Hello.
Good morning. Go right ahead, please.
Yeah, a report came in this week about the state of the coral reefs around the world, and it is attributed to climate change, particularly the heating of the ocean. Okay, so that's one reason why I am obsessed. You can see the evidence before you. Secondly, we could do something. He asked, what can you do? The sun is there. Of course the sun is there, but it wasn't always like that. We are cutting trees much more than we are planting trees. So the trees are not able to, there are no trees to attract the wind and the rain. So we need to become more cognizant, much more aware that we are messing up here. And then, of course, all that aerosols and chemicals we are releasing in the atmosphere is making the place much hotter, much heated. In fact, people have already been affected. Even in Grenada, I remember Dr. Seeley, before he died, said on a program I was at UWE webinar that people were already in the Caribbean suffering immensely from the heat. That's before it became a real issue last year. Thank you very much.
Thank you also for your contribution this morning. 435-2041, 435-2041. Let's entertain another caller, and let's see who's on the line. 435-2041. Sorry, there's no one there. No one on the line for now. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to get on to the point this morning. And let's see who's there. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. I'm not sure what's going on there, but we missed that caller. Anyway, 435-2041. It's the open line edition this morning here on To The Point. Feel free to give me that call, 435-2041, if you want to get on the program this morning. And certainly, of course, we take in your calls. Express your views, express your concerns via, of course, this medium. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
I heard somebody said something about Mr. Marshall. Can you remember what the person said?
I think the individual just wanted to say good morning to the individual.
Okay, I can hardly hear you. My phone. I have a problem, I am 80 years old, and I live in the southern end of the town of Victoria. It's a highly, densely residential area. And within the last 3-4 months, they bought a steel band in an old school there. And I can tell you, mister, it's terrible for me. I'm living here 57 years now. And when the steel band is practicing, sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 hours in the evening into the night, I have to leave my house and go far away to get an ease from the noise. Every single day, including Sundays, it is a disgrace. No control over the noise that they are making in our old piece of school at the end of Queen Street in Victoria. Noise, 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 all the way up to 9 in the night. And I can hardly take it. I'm calling on the Commissioner of Police and the police authority to do something about this. I have a right to live in my house. But I have to leave my house and go away for hours just to get an ease from the noise. I'm asking the police to do something, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you also expressing your concern this morning. 435-2041. That's a number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning. Let me see if I can entertain some of the comments via the Facebook page this morning. If there's any info there that I could actually throw out this morning. Seem to be, of course, comments in relation to Mr. Rollo seem to be dominating. I don't want to get back into those comments for now. Let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, the previous caller before, the break before, said that we have to support Israel. If you have a friend and they're doing wrong things, would you say right?
I guess not.
You don't do that. But using the Bible now to verify what Israel doing is good and what Israel doing was not good. Look at it, they go and they hit they hit Iran first, Iran fell back at them.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you so much. 435-2041. That's the number if you want to be part of To The Point this morning. We have approximately 5 minutes left on today's program. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Hi, good morning, GT. How are you doing?
I'm doing A-OK this morning.
All right. I just want to say this morning, what's wrong with some of us? The past administration take these supporters, drag them up in Paul's airstrip, tell them, come, they have a secret to tell them. Lie, Papi show Mama guide the Grenadian people and say we found the oil. Today, I hear supporter of the NNP calling on this administration to give information about the oil deal. I want that caller to check the right person what have the information. The NNP what tell us they find oil, not this administration. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much also for your contribution this morning. 4:45, the open line, of course, edition of To The Point for today, Friday. The final edition of To The Point for this week, I should say. Good morning to you once again. Let's go back to the phone line. Let's see who the next caller that we could entertain. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
The police or the government, whoever it is, all what they have to do is to make laws so that anybody wants to make noise, whether in his house or in a disco, he should build a soundproof building. So before you have a disco being organized, the police should know if it's soundproof or whatever proof. So this is a simple thing to organize and to get rid of. Yes, we have too many noises. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much also. Good morning to you. And let's get some comments. Let's go to the WhatsApp. So this individual is saying, nobody have any control over noise in Grenada. That's one comment there. Let's go back to the phone line once again. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Brother, yes. I didn't write the Bible. The Bible said clearly, once you are Christian, you got to follow the rules. You got to support Israel in the last days. And the Bible clearly states, don't lean on your own understanding. So you might think something is wrong, but the God is normal. You have to happen. Let it happen. So your understanding don't make sense. It's the Bible that makes sense, not what you think. You know, you got to get through the head. You know, what you think is right or wrong, that's not God's business. He make the rules. And he said what you have to do as a Christian. Simple as that. Have a nice day, brother.
You too, caller. Have yourself a good one. 435-2041. We may be going to accommodate our final caller for this morning. We have just about a minute left before 10 o'clock. Caller, good morning. You're welcome via the WhatsApp.
Good morning, sir. Morning.
Good morning to you.
You think it's only Grenada alone listen? We're listening to you in St. Vincent too, in Mario in the Grenadines.
Blessings to have you, man.
Yeah, man, I have a little comment to make. We're trying to say...
Before you continue, caller, before you continue, could you have whatever device in the background lowered, please? It's a bit of a distraction. If you could have whatever device...
I'm so miles away from you here. You hear me now?
I'm hearing you. I'm saying whatever device you have in the background, would you mind having it lowered, please? That's what I was asking.
Okay, I just threw you from way inside. You still hear me? Or
go right ahead. Go right ahead, please. Go right ahead and continue.
Yeah,
go right ahead.
What we were saying is the barrel in Grenada clearing, coming to Keruku. We have a lot of families sending barrels from England and America over to Keruku and barrels. And how it's done in St. Vincent, we don't understand how it's done in Grenada. You're paying $500 and something to bring a barrel to Grenada, to Keruku, and then you have to pay another $500 to clear it. And we want to look into why you have to pay $500 to get a barrel delivered to Keruku, and then you have to pay $500 to clear it. Whereas in St. Vincent, you only pay $30. You're only paying $30 to bring a barrel on the boat, and you're paying $500 to bring a barrel from Keruku, from Grenada to Keruku, and that really needs some serious look into.
So are you talking as it relates to the custom clearing and so forth from Grenada to Keruku, and then it still costs you another $500 or whatever from Keruku to St. Vincent? That's what you're saying?
No, the barrel that come into Keruku from foreign people that come into Keruku. Yes. You can compare with the barrel that come into St. Vincent. You're paying $500 to get a barrel from Grenada, landed in Keruku. That's the cost, and boat and coming through. And then when you go to clear it in the custom in Keruku, you still have to pay another $500.
That's a little bit puzzling. I'm not sure.
Whereas in St. Vincent, you're only paying $30. You're only paying $30 to transport a barrel from St. Vincent to the Grenadines, and in Grenada, you're paying almost $500 to bring a barrel from Grenada to Keruku.
All right. All right, caller. I'm not sure. Of course, I may need to hear both sides of this particular issue. I'm not sure. I'm hearing it from your side, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're paying for the custom and clearing and the freight and everything involved that may have gotten it up to the price of 500. So I'm not sure where.
But this is a worldwide thing for the people foreign America, England, Canada. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining about it, and something serious look into the matter, because you cannot be paying $500 to bring up a barrel to Keroku, and then you still have to pay $500 to clear it. Why is it you only paying $30 to transport a barrel in St. Vincent? So why you paying all this amount of money to transport a barrel from Keroku from Grenada?
As I said, caller, I'm not sure of the conditions inside of St. Vincent in terms of the custom charges and so forth. I'm not too aware of it, and so as I said, there's a lot to weigh on this. Why the cost has gotten up to that? So I'm not sure I'm able to help you this morning. Anyway, thanks for your concern. Hey, folks, that's where we take a wrap for this edition of To The Point here on Classic Radio, GBN TV. Thanks all who contributed towards today's program. Thank you so much. Join me again next week, Monday. We do have another edition of To The Point for you. Have yourself a blessed day, folks, and goodbye.